Hello and welcome to our presentation, Powertagging with Liferay. My name is John Baker and I'll be giving the presentation today. I will give you an overview of some of the work we have been doing to bring some better semantic tools to the Liferay community. As part of the presentation, I will demonstrate an open source Taxonomy Manager, which we have integrated into Liferay, and also some additional services for automated semantic tagging of content. The capabilities that we are going to demonstrate can be used for enriched search, content personalization, content targeting, identifying related content, many things which together improve findability of content and overall usability. It can also help to deliver on the promise of customer experience management across various operational processes, where a semantic tier can provide a consistent customer context across numerous integrated systems that each hold customer data. So, as this slide illustrates, instead of metadata residing purely in different silos embedded in content, our approach enables metadata to be decoupled and maintained separately, which provides the opportunity to build a unified knowledge network across all content and system silos. The Taxonomy Manager is separate to any individual content store or data repository, and, importantly, it can be applied to many such repositories simultaneously. The Taxonomy Manager that is at the heart of this solution is built on the SCOS standard, which stands for Simple Knowledge Organisation System. It is a common W3C standard, which means that your taxonomy could be transferred to other tools if required. It also means that you can build on many publicly available taxonomies that are currently out there. Also, being a semantic web standard means that it is designed in such a way that your taxonomy can be extended into more complex knowledge graphs over time, and this is something we would recommend doing in a phased approach. So, let's start at the beginning and take a look at the basic functions of the Taxonomy Manager, which will provide our first stepping stones on the path to developing a semantic platform. So here is the Taxonomy Manager sitting within Liferay. It has all the features you might expect for a SCOS Taxonomy Manager. You can upload other SCOS taxonomies or build up your own and edit them and maintain them. I've uploaded the UNESCO thesaurus. This is actually quite a good thesaurus for demonstrations because it has a good broad range of topics. We take a look at economics, for example. You can see how that sits within the taxonomy tree. We can see related concepts and assertions, which is good for enhanced and enriched discovery, as is the alternative labels for using synonyms, etc. We have the preferred labels. All this is multilingual as required. We have broader and narrower assertions as they reflected on the tree. Okay, if we now switch to the CMS, you see various dummy content on economic related matters. We've tagged this content with tags that are equivalent to terms in the taxonomy. The taxonomy itself has been indexed, which enables us to provide various services, including search services, which I'll quickly show you now. So here we have a box which enables auto-suggestion. It remembers previous terms you may have searched for as well. So I'm typing in markets. As I do, I get market economy, common markets, financial markets, etc. I'll just stick with markets for this purpose. Okay, so here we have content that has markets either within its copy or within its tags. And here we have the rudiments of a faceted search, which could be used on a customer website, for example, to enable customers to drill down further and deeper into what they're actually looking for. So, for example, I might be going for market economy, and we see here that we have two articles that are tagged with market economy. Okay, so let's move on. Next up, let's have a look at how, as an editor, the system helps me tag content accurately and with the support of the taxonomy that exists in the background. Let's pick a piece of content that already exists, save a bit of time. Will do. Okay, so this is a piece of content about a merger. I'm going to go to the categorization, which shows me the tags that have been applied already. If we click on the suggest concepts, two things happen. One is that the content is matched against terms in the taxonomy. And secondly, we're using natural language processing to pick out people names, company names, and place names. So, in addition to the suggested concepts from the natural language processing, we can add other terms. So let's think about this. Maybe we'll add in merger. Okay, again you can see the autocomplete coming in there because that is actually a term that's in the taxonomy. Let's maybe try and pick something that isn't in the taxonomy. Okay, and we know that Uber's mentioned, so why don't we put in disruptive technologies to help us spell that correctly. Okay, and if we publish that, then these concepts will get merged and saved as the terms that are applied to this piece of content. There we go, and we can see disruptive technologies applied there and some of the additional NLP tags such as Uber. So we have one further step, and that is the ability to now take terms that we've added manually or that have been suggested by the natural language processing that aren't actually in the taxonomy at the moment and add them to that taxonomy. And we do that via the Taxonomy Manager. If I scroll down here, we get the unassigned branch, and we can see the terms that have been added. Either there's disruptive technologies, which I did manually, and these other tags which we added were suggested via the natural language processing. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll find a home for disruptive technologies within the taxonomy just to show you how this works. Okay, so it's currently unassigned. Let's find something suitable. Economic analysis sounds good. Okay, so that's that saved. So let's just quickly see that in the tree. There we have it, disruptive technologies within economic analysis. And I can now go on to enrich this term with other alternative terms, other related concepts, broader, narrow assertions, etc. And go on to continue to enrich this taxonomy using suggestions that have come through from both human and machine interaction with the content itself. Now, if we go back to our search results, we should also see our search service has been updated So let's do that. Okay, so if I now type in, there we go, disruptive technologies, that's now in the index and available via the API for auto-suggestion, etc. And we can search on that term and we get our original article. So here's a quick diagram just to recap on what we've seen. We've been focusing on Liferay CMS. We could be working across multiple content stores and technologies. The technology supports that. Our Powertagging module has analysed the content and it has suggested terms based on the taxonomy terms that are available, and also using natural language processing suggested other terms that are also appropriate for that content, such as place names, people names, company names, etc. The editor has then manually approved those terms or discarded some of them as appropriate. And for those terms that are not in the taxonomy as such at that current time, they have then been submitted as candidate terms to the Taxonomy Manager, which is then used to place those terms and enrich them in the correct way within the taxonomy. They then become available as suggested terms by the Powertagging module in future for future analysis of the text. This is what we call our cycle of enrichment. Today we've demonstrated a search service built on this technology. There's lots of other applications that could also be used, such as related content, personalization, targeted content, etc., advanced discovery tools. And this kind of approach is very effective for all of those types of applications. And as discussed earlier, creating a semantic tier across your systems can be a very good strategic way of overcoming many of the long-term problems and constraints experienced by content silos. And it may be that you start quite small, might build a small taxonomy across one content management system, as we've shown today. That can then be the building blocks for a much longer term strategy across all your content and data systems. Hope you found this presentation useful. So thank you very much for your time. If you have any further questions or would like to get your hands on this technology and have a play yourselves, then please don't hesitate to get in touch. My colleague Johnny Basra will make the necessary arrangements. So thank you very much.